Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and first and foremost, apologies for this. It's the day after Boxing Day, and I'm in the mood for a drink, and I've just been lounging around, as I do a little bit too much, let's not lie. And yeah, so I've not really been drinking excessively over this Christmas period, but I was in the mood for a drink. I've got a good little stash to make my way through, and yeah, I thought I'd shoot a couple of beer reviews and then play a little bit of Phantom Pain on the Xbox One. So yeah, plus I've got cheesy balls. I've also got crisps. Anyway, you don't give two hoots about what I've got to think. Lovely segue. So we're going back over to the Jospeh Holt brewery in Manchester, aka the greatest city in the world. And this is a bottle of their Two Hoots, a golden ale clocking in at 4.2%. Two Hoots, with great beer comes great wisdom, but we only care about the great beer. So I'm guessing that's a play on words on the phrase Two Hoots, because I understand it as like when you say, I don't care about something. If someone tells you something, you're like, I don't care about that. Like, I don't give two hoots about what you think, or I don't give two shits what you think. I'm sure it's got something to do with that. Maybe it'll tell me on the back. But yeah, Two Hoots Golden Ale. Over 100 years of collective wisdom and passion of our current brewing staff has been crafted into this light fruity golden ale. A wise choice. Founded by Jospeh Holt in 1849, the brewery has remained in the family for 5 generations. It's grown to become a leading independent brewer of traditional ales, proud to be part of Manchester's history. Jospeh Holt Limited, the brewery, Empire Street, Cheetham, Manchester, and then all the usual social media and websites. So yeah, Jospeh Holt, I find them to be a very dependable brewery. I put them up there with the likes of, you know, Fuller's, and another Manchester, and Fuller's aren't, well, Fuller's are from London. Should have phrased this sentence better, but another Manchester brewery that seems very, very reliable from my experience is J.W. Lee's. And I've said this plenty of times. I think I must mention this on every Manchester-based review. I love Manchester because you've got all of these really nice, like, traditional pubs owned by the likes of, you know, Jospeh Holt and J.W. Lee's, but then you've got this really nice, exciting, burgeoning craft beer scene, and there seems to be a real, I mean, there's close-mindedness in every sort of hobby and every aspect of life, but with Manchester, people, from my experience, could be completely a different experience for you guys out there. People seem to be a bit more open to have those two worlds together, which I think is it's a great thing, and yeah, another reason to love Manchester is there's some great beer to be drank there. And yeah, I've had some really awesome beers from Jospeh Holt over the years, and I think they've got one of the oldest pubs in the UK, which is facing the Selfridges shop. Can't remember what it's called. It's not the Arndale, or I think it's technically the Arndale because it's connected. I don't know. Yeah, I make out that I'm this big fan of Manchester, and every time I go, I always get lost because I'm just a dick. But I get lost, you know, walking home from the shop. I'm just that sort of person. But yeah, so golden ale in a clear bottle. This was a part of a Christmas present from my uncle, who is a massive gin fan. So whenever it comes to Christmas and we're over at my auntie's, I get to try some of his really nice gins. He had a lovely Parma Violet one, and then I had a raspberry one that he got, and a really nice and spicy one, but I can't remember the names of them. But yeah, I do enjoy a good gin. So, clear bottle. Let's see what we get when pouring into the glass, even though you can see what colour it is when I'm pouring it, because again, it's a clear bottle. But yeah, here we go. Get all of those bubbles in there. And I tell you what, that is smelling a little bit skunky already. But that's the weird thing about a skunky beer. In the right context, it can actually work well. And I know Heineken always seem to be like purposely skunky. I don't know, but this is much a higher quality product than Heineken, I'm sure. Even though I do like a Heineken for a macro lager, I think it's a really good one. But yeah, beer in a glass then, and that is a lovely golden colour, as you would expect, with some slight amber hues in there. It's got that sort of like early morning sunset or sunrise look to it. Lovely clarity. Carbonation started off really quite active, but it's mellowed down nicely. And the beer poured with about 1 finger's worth of it's a little bit creamy on the top, but nice compact bubbles. And yeah, looks like a good honest pint so far. So let's see what we get on the aroma. Yeah, there is a skunkiness there, but yeah, I've had much worse in terms of that flavour profile. Crisp malt character, a very underlining sweetness, but not too much. Biscuity, like sort of like crackers. There's like a little herbal note in there, slight hoppiness as well, like a slight American hop profile, but nothing in your face or anything like that. Yeah, very crisp smelling as well. So yeah, sounds good, looks good, smells pretty good. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. And that skunkiness does not translate into the taste. That being said, there is like a very, very slight metallic hop character on the back end. And it does finish really quite dry, actually. Not dry so it dries my throat out, obviously. We just needed to clear my throat. Good timing to do a video, Pierre, Jesus. A little bit more sweeter on the flavour than the nose suggests. Biscuity, like butter biscuits. It's got a herbal edge to it, like salad leaf almost. Light body, crisp, but still flavourful. It's not watery or anything like that. That carbonation is a little bit more active, and it sort of helps the beer as well. But yeah, it's just a simple, sessionable golden ale that you could happily, you know, spend a few hours in a pub just drinking this. Yeah, it's not promising anything, and it's delivering what you would expect, but it's got a real sense of quality to it. And that skunkiness is like completely subsided now that it's breathing properly in the glass. So probably wasn't stored right in the supermarkets, because we all know that, you know, as much as I love the amount of beer that's available in supermarkets now, sometimes when you see the layout and they're like directly under the light, it can affect the beer. But I think it was safe from that. Any longer it probably would have. I mean, best before date, I mean, there's no staleness or anything like that. It doesn't have, yeah, here we go. 30th of November 2018. So, going off the rule of thumb that it's a year's shelf life, that's a pretty fresh beer. And it does have that. There's no like stale tones or flat tones or anything like that. But it's not an exciting beer. It's simple. And one that you can just enjoy. A little bit of floral character, a little bit of fruitiness, primarily biscuity, slight savoury malt character. Perfect sessional beer that you could have all year round. Be great to see what this would be like on cask in a Jospeh Holt pub. So we'll look out for that. And yeah, if you're not expecting too much, you're going to be very, very satisfied with it. But if you're expecting it to be full of flavour, then you're probably going to be a bit disappointed. But it's not a disappointing beer for me personally. I think that's a really nice, simple take on what is a really dull style for me fundamentally. But this is a really good, solid example. And although I had that slight warning sign of skunkiness, it's not coming through at all. It's a danger beer. It really, really is. So if you've tried this one from Jospeh Holt, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. if you try, well, what's some of your favourite Jospeh Holt beers, blah, 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 some of your favourite Manchester-based breweries and beers. Always love your feedback and suggestions. And yeah, check out Jospeh Holt, all the pages as well. I think I've got a few reviews on the channel from Jospeh Holt, so if there's a playlist, that'll be down below. But if not, then there's definitely going to be a Real Ale playlist and a Golden Ale playlist for you guys to check out. And of course, if any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed it, their reviews will be included also. Anyway, I probably should shower, but I'm going to just comatose for a few hours and play Metal Gear Solid. So I think I've got the fuel right here. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Chin chin.